We made a mistake. We need to get this right. That's what Vikings owners said over and over today on their decision to keep Adrian Peterson away from the team. The star running back faces a felony child abuse charge in Texas. And while that case sorts itself out in court, it brings attention to the issue of child discipline and the best ways to handle it.
Joining us now is Dr. Sally Brinza, a clinical psychologist in Maple Grove. Sally, thanks so much for joining us. The issue of disciplining children sparks a wide range of emotions and views. What's appropriate, and how does a family's background play into this equation?
Well, we all tend to parent how we've been parented unless we're consciously trying to parent differently. And when we're in a discipline situation, it's frequently one where we're frustrated or upset, and our rational part of our brain doesn't always kick in as well when we're in that mode. And so it's important to think about what we're expecting from the child in that situation. Is it appropriate? Is it something they're capable of? And also what we want to teach them in that situation. If they're not doing something right, we want them to actually be doing something differently. And so we have to be communicating what that is and reinforcing what that positive opposite
So
is.
what works best? And then how does the age of the child figure into this?
Well, obviously, we don't expect a 2-year-old to sit like this for 2 hours without any kind of thing to occupy them. And if we did, they obviously would misbehave because they're not capable of doing that. So you have to take into account what your child is capable of, and not every 2-year-old is capable of the same expectations as every other 2-year-old. And so knowing your child, and again, having moderate, reasonable expectations, communicating ahead of time. We're going to the park. You're going to have time to play on the swings, and then when I tell you it's time to go, and giving them a heads up so they have time to make that transition from something they enjoy doing to something they don't want to do, and you can help facilitate their making that transition.
And what about children themselves? If they have a question, if they've heard about this Adrian Peterson case, how best to answer their questions about a man who many considered a role model?
Well, I think you can look at him from different aspects. He is a talented athlete, and we can respect the fact that he's put lots of time and effort into becoming a talented athlete, and we can respect that. But he's also human, and he's obviously, we don't want to be putting up as this is our expectations for some things just because he is a talented athlete.
Very good. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.